Hello everyone, and welcome to my latest video about Duelyst, produced in partnership with Counterplay Games. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite of the new streamer cards, unsurprisingly, Shiro Puppydragon. Now there's a lot of ways to use this fuzzy little nugget, but I've been throwing them in a couple decks and wanted to just give you a look at what those decks are and how they work. Here we go. So unsurprisingly, the first deck that I tried to put Shiro in is Lyonar. I'm a big fan of Lyonar. It's by far my most played faction. And Shiro, I think, works well with the style of play that Lyonar generally has, which is generally clustering minions because of the Zeal ability. So you typically have multiple minions in play nearby one another because they're near your general. Shiro also works quite well just with the fact that you have a lot of cheap guys. Like Azurite Lion, for instance, works very well with Shiro because buffing its attack is obviously exceptionally powerful because of celerity. And then similarly, it's great to buff Sojourner or the Tombstone off of Duelyst in order to make those into reasonable threats. Shiro's ability obviously has some parallels to Roar, Argian Highmane's Bloodborne spell. So obviously it's going to work in many ways powerfully with similar minions. Doesn't work quite as well with Saberspine Tiger, but it's also quite nice with cards like Silverguard Knight or Suntide Maiden and Ironcliff Guardian for getting their attack beyond that threshold of 3, which is actually pretty relevant in a world where people are playing with Plasma Storm, which has kind of come back into the metagame a bit, at least from my experiences on the ladder recently. So anyway, we're going to jump into a game and take a look at how Shiro and this deck works.
Lyonar versus Magmar.
All right, playing against Magmar. Against Magmar, Shiro is pretty good in terms of being able to offer the ability to prevent your minions from dying to Plasma Storm, which actually kind of come back into popularity from what I have seen. We'll go ahead and replace this Repulsor Beast, keep the rest. It's a pretty reasonable hand. Consider also replacing the Saberspine Tiger, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I like having access to Saberspine Tiger because with Tiger plus your Bloodborne spell, you can actually remove an Earth Sister, which can otherwise be very problematic. So we're going to go ahead and replace one of these Silverguard Knights. Just going to move up and play to death. Alright, my opponent does not want any mana spring tile for me there, so I can move up here, and this is a pretty nice turn to be able to play the Silverguard Knight and start getting Shiro going next to it. And I'm just going to keep this hand. I think it's actually fairly strong here. Maybe, there's some consideration to replacing the Tiger, but for the reasons that I mentioned before, specifically being able to kill an Earth Sister, I like holding onto the Tiger against Magmar in particular. Alright, there is the Earth Sister. So exactly as I drew it up, I want to ensure that Shiro is next to as many things as possible. So I can move this up here. So there's some risk, of course, going into a 5-mana turn. There's no real risk of a issue with Mankator Warbeast. Alright, so we're going to play the Tiger. We'll roar the Tiger. Send it to kill this. And then I'm just going to move this one space up. And I will pass my turn. Shiro buffs them some more. Flash. Alright. Sworn Defender. That's an interesting choice. Whenever your general takes damage, restore this minion to full health. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and replace a Tempest here. Not really terribly useful in this instance. So now we do need to worry about Warbeast. So, Shiro doesn't necessarily play around Warbeast very well, by his nature. play an Azurite Lion here, and a Healing Mystic here. We get Shiro going, pumping these. He can potentially attack these three with a War Beast, which would kill a reasonable swath of my team. I'm not really sure what my best way to maneuver that was. Definitely an awkward spot. My opponent is sort of running back into this corner. Alright. Plasma Storm. Alright, well, yeah, that's pretty powerful. He does kill the recently played minions here. Ooh, actually return this to full health and kill my Blade. Alright, that was a pretty good turn. Definitely a good turn for my opponent there. I can kill this with my general, roar this. I mean, this is just still a huge threat for my opponent to deal with. I'm actually kind of tempted to just hit him with this, to just roar this, hit my opponent with it, and then just immolation it so he can't actually kill it. I don't really like Regalia when my opponent is playing Magmar now with Overload. Let me place this. Sojourner. Interesting. I'm actually gonna play the Sojourner here. Just gonna play this and roar him. Not attack here. Take more. Alright. My poor minion. Ooh, Tiger. Okay. Alright, well, we're taking pretty significant damage here. Well, my Sojourner can attack face. Probably just gonna immolation it too. Let's see what we get off this Sojourner draw. Repulsor. Alright, I think I'm going to immolation this. And I think play another Sojourner. I want to save this possible tool to finish him off. I don't want to attack and trade damage here. I don't think. Maybe I do. Maybe maybe I need to pressure. It's possible I should actually replace. Yeah, I should replace the Repulsor piece. Probably should have replaced it before. Though if my opponent does play another Earth Sister, that could be bad. I'm gonna just play the Sojourner. Tempest, not a draw I'm particularly excited about. Plasma Storm, that's brutal. Alright. It's a lot of Plasma Storms. If only we had more Shiros to buff our guys. We're definitely gonna replace this Tempest. Actually at this point I think I'm gonna replace Repulsor piece. Regalia. Interesting. I guess we'll play Regalia. It will at least somewhat protect me from damage. I'll take 2 if I attack him. I think this is my best bet. This leaves our opponent as dead if they attack us. Oh, he's teleporting away. Sworn Sister. Well, I could play the Tempest. I'm just gonna replace the Tempest. I'd have to draw exactly my other Tempest in order to be able to kill my opponent here. I can kill the Sworn Sister without taking any damage. We'll replace the Tempest. Okay, Ironcliff Guardian is a great draw. I will simply attack here. I will airdrop a Guardian here. And play a Suntide Maiden here. Yeah, I want both of my lethal minions next to my opponent. Hey, there's the Tempest again. Either the other one or another one. Or the different one. The same one, rather. You know what I mean. Please no third Plasma Storm killing all of my guys. No! Plasma Storms everywhere! Natural selection. Okay. Interestingly, my opponent still needs one more mana, one more damage to be at the point that he can actually kill me, or from next turn. And he would die attacking me, so it'd be a trade. I'm just gonna put this here, because it means that my opponent can't like heal himself and just come up and attack me. Shiro, you're not what I need right now. Another natural selection. Alright. Fought through 3 plasma storms so far. Oh god. Your general becomes 10-10. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, now we're running away. Plasma storm. That's 4 plasma storms. We're kind of getting out of hand here. Oh my. Alright. Okay. Potentially kill him next turn with this and this plus roar. Light bender. Okay. Well, now if I find a immolation or a tempest or a divine bond, I can kill him. Silverguard Knight. I think I need to kill this. Actually, I should have. I probably should have moved back another square, so he can't get any range of me. Even if he can kill this with another. There's Divine Bond. I should have moved back one more square so he can't kill this, then walk up and kill me. Overload. His 18 attack. Oh my god. This game was hilarious. Through 4 plasma storms, we have finally emerged victorious against our 18 attack opponent. So that's going to be it for me for this week. I hope you enjoyed this first of what I'm sure will be many Shiro decks. Let me know what you think of this deck and where else you think Shiro might fit in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.